Iran and Russia's deepening relationship has been a point of increasing interest on the global stage. In recent years, the two nations have expanded their cooperation across various sectors, from defense to trade. This growing alliance highlights a shift in geopolitical dynamics, driven by shared interests and mutual challenges, especially in the face of Western sanctions. One of the key areas of collaboration between Iran and Russia is energy. Both countries hold significant reserves of oil and natural gas, and their cooperation in this sector has been beneficial to their economies. For instance, Russia's Gazprom and Iran's National Iranian Oil Company have signed multiple agreements to work together on developing Iran's vast gas reserves. This partnership is expected to help Iran overcome technical challenges in its energy sector, particularly in natural gas extraction. For Russia, the collaboration allows for a greater influence in global energy markets, giving them both leverage in oil production and pricing. In the defense sector, the Iran-Russia relationship has grown significantly in response to the ongoing security challenges in the Middle East. Both countries share concerns over instability in the region, particularly the conflicts in Syria and Iraq. Iran and Russia played pivotal roles in supporting the Syrian government during the civil war, with Russia providing military air support and Iran sending ground forces and militia groups. This cooperation in Syria has cemented their strategic partnership, ensuring their influence in the region. Iran's acquisition of Russian military equipment has also been a critical part of their defense cooperation. Tehran has long sought to modernize its military, and despite being under an arms embargo, Russia has provided advanced systems to Iran, including air defense systems like the S-300. With the 2020 expiration of a UN arms embargo on Iran, Tehran has been eager to further develop its defense capabilities with Russian assistance. This military collaboration is not just about strengthening their own defense systems, but also about countering what they perceive as Western military dominance in the region. While the energy and defense sectors dominate much of the headlines surrounding Iran-Russia cooperation, their collaboration extends to other areas. Trade between the two nations has expanded, particularly since both have been hit by Western sanctions. With limited access to Western markets and financial systems, Russia and Iran have sought to boost trade with each other. Both countries are working to bypass the US dollar in their trade transactions, using their national currencies to facilitate deals. This move is part of a broader strategy to reduce their economic dependence on Western financial systems. Additionally, Russia has been involved in infrastructure projects in Iran, including the development of the North-South Transport Corridor. This initiative aims to create a direct trade route between Russia, Iran, and India, reducing shipping times and costs. The corridor, which includes railways, roads, and sea routes, is seen as a crucial development in bolstering economic ties between Moscow and Tehran, offering both countries an alternative to traditional Western-dominated trade routes. Iran and Russia's relationship also extends into technology and cyber cooperation. Both countries have invested in building their cyber capabilities, partly in response to external threats and sanctions. They have exchanged expertise on cybersecurity measures and cyber warfare tactics, aiming to bolster their defenses against potential cyber attacks, particularly from Western powers and regional adversaries. This cooperation in the digital domain adds another layer to their strategic partnership, reflecting how both nations are adapting to new forms of conflict. However, while their cooperation has undoubtedly deepened, it is important to recognize that the relationship between Iran and Russia is not without its challenges. Historically, the two countries have had a complex and often uneasy relationship dating back to the imperial era when Russia and Persia, modern-day Iran, clashed over territorial disputes. Even in the modern era, there are areas where their interests diverge. For example, both countries are oil-exporting nations, and there is potential for competition in global energy markets. While they cooperate on many fronts, particularly when facing Western sanctions, their long-term economic interests may not always align. Moreover, while Russia and Iran have aligned in Syria, their broader goals in the region may not always be the same. Russia seeks to maintain a balance of power in the Middle East, cooperating with various actors, including Israel, with whom Iran has a hostile relationship. Moscow's balancing act in the region sometimes creates friction with Tehran, particularly when Russia appears to prioritize its relationship with other regional powers over its alliance with Iran. The relationship between Iran and Russia is complex and multifaceted. Their growing cooperation in energy, defense, technology, and trade reflects their shared interest in countering Western influence and circumventing sanctions. However, their historical differences and diverging long-term interests present potential challenges. As both nations navigate these complexities, the Iran-Russia relationship will continue to shape regional and global geopolitical dynamics, influencing not only their own futures but also the balance of power in the broader Middle East and beyond.